God's presence in difficult times. Life can sometimes feel overwhelming. We face challenges, some unexpected and others that persist for seasons, and it's easy to feel like we're alone. But the Bible assures us that, no matter the situation, God is with us every step of the way. God is our constant companion. In Psalm 23, David declares, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Psalm 23 verse 4. David was no stranger to hardship. He endured battles, personal failures, and betrayals. Yet he knew that God's presence would never abandon him. This verse is a promise that no matter how dark or lonely the valley, we are not alone. If you're in a season of difficulty, remember that God walks with you, guiding and comforting you. He isn't distant. He's right there, ready to lift you up, bring you peace, and carry you when you feel weak. Even when people can't fully understand what you're going through, God does, and He's there. God's assurance in our fears. Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This is a powerful reminder that we don't need to be afraid, not because of our own strength, but because of His presence. God's power surrounds us, holding us securely. When you face situations that make you fearful, know that God is holding you firmly. His hand is strong, and His love is unshakable. Fear may come, but God's presence is greater. Trust that He is upholding you in every moment, giving you strength and courage. God's promise never to leave us. Deuteronomy 31 verse 6 reminds us, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." This promise from God is a cornerstone of faith. God goes with us, not behind or in front. He's right there beside us. He never leaves us, even when we feel unworthy or when others might walk away. No matter what you're going through, remember that God has promised never to leave you. He sees you, He knows your heart, and He remains faithful, even when you feel alone. You are never truly alone, for God's love and presence are constant. God's presence in our weakness. The Apostle Paul tells us in 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." When we're weak, God's strength shines. It's in those moments of vulnerability that God steps in, bringing His strength and showing us how mighty He is. If you're feeling weary, let God's strength carry you. His presence isn't contingent on our strength. We can come to Him just as we are, broken, tired, and weak, and He fills us with His strength. He doesn't expect us to be perfect, only to lean on Him. God's presence brings peace. In John 14 verse 27, Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." Jesus promises a peace that's beyond anything the world offers. This peace isn't dependent on circumstances. It comes from knowing that God is with us and for us. When life feels chaotic, ask God for His peace. Even if the storm doesn't immediately calm, He offers a peace that calms our hearts. Jesus is the Prince of Peace, and He gives us a deep, abiding calm that reassures us of His presence and control. God's presence is a guarantee for every believer. He has never abandoned His people, and He won't start now. Life may be unpredictable, and trials may come, but God's promise is that He is with us in every season, through every challenge. Trust that He walks beside you, carrying you in moments of weakness and strengthening you to keep moving forward.